Philly and DC in a day. Today we are visiting Philadelphia and Washington DC, which are 139 miles apart. We started our journey from Jersey City at 7:30 a.m. and reached Philadelphia at around 9 o'clock. This is the Independence Hall where the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution was adopted and signed. After a brief screening, we were able to see the iconic Liberty Bell with its famous crack. The inscription on the bell is taken from the Bible and it reads, "Proclaim liberty throughout the land and to all the inhabitants thereof."
The Liberty Bell is one of the most significant symbols of America's independence. More than 1 million people come to visit the Liberty Bell each year.
Outside we found these lovely tulips and remnants of some cherry blossoms.
After a short coffee break, we headed to Washington, DC. There are some lovely bridges across the Delaware River. The colorful buildings and statues along the roadside are truly a treat to the eye.
Our first stop was the magnificent Capitol, preceded by a lush green lawn. The Capitol serves as the meeting place of Congress and is the seat of the legislative branch of the government. And that's a Statue of Freedom on the top. Capitol marks the origin of the street numbering system and the district's 4 quadrants and is a part of the National Mall. We also spotted a number of tour buses within the city. Coming up front, there is Ulysses S. Grant statue, the largest equestrian monument in the US. Other statues of soldiers, weapons, animals form the cavalry and artillery group. After this, we had lunch and we headed towards the White House.
These lovely tulips outside the Capitol and White House made our day. The White House is the official residence and workplace of the US President. The other monuments and memorials of the National Mall are at short distance from here, so we parked the vehicle and explored on foot.
Washington, D.C. is renowned for its spectacular structures and neoclassical architecture. National Mall refers to the space between Capitol and Washington Monument. More than 100 museums, monuments, art galleries of National Mall celebrates the nation's cultural heritage. Taking a left from the White House, we walked past the Treasury Building down to the 555-foot tall Washington Monument, situated on a focal point. You can see the Capitol as well as the Lincoln Memorial from the spot. I admired how the National Mall is designed. On our way to see the Lincoln Memorial, we passed through the World War II Memorial, dedicated to the Americans who served in this war. 56 tall granite pillars are firmly connected by bronze ropes. Each US state and territory is inscribed in these pillars, symbolizing the bonding and unified effort of the country during the war. The Atlantic and Pacific theaters symbolize war fought in these regions.
After a long walk and climbing quite some stairs, we reached the Lincoln Memorial. It is built in form of a neoclassical temple to honor the 16th US President Abraham Lincoln.
Scene looks familiar? Many movies have been filmed in this popular location. Next to it is the Jefferson Memorial. This tidal basin area is also famous for its cherry blossom festival.
We missed these attractions due to lack of time.
By 5:30 p.m., we bid bye to this beautiful city and set on our journey back home. These are some souvenirs we got from Washington, DC. One of the best things about this trip was that apart from the impressive structures, rich history, and national significance, there were no entry costs anywhere and was open to all public. So, happy visitation!